The Battle of Winterfell is here. The war between the Night King's army and those tasked with defending the Stark HQ begins, like all good wars, on the open battlefield outside the castle gates. Conveniently, Melisandre returns at the last minute from her endeavours in Volantis and lights up the Dothraki swords before they charge towards the undead. But it doesn't help. This leads to the undead masses charging into Winterfell's first line of defence, which includes Grey Worm and the Unsullied, Brienne, Jaime, Tormund, Sam, Edison, the Hound, Beric, and a few armies worth of foot soldiers. Having seen her Dothraki army get obliterated, Dany diverts from the plan of waiting for the Night King, and her and Jon mount up and take to the skies on Drogon and Rhaegal. But with even the hellfire from the dragons not enough, Winterfell's armies retreat back into the castle, and Edison gets killed in the process. However, another helpful dose of magic from Melisandre lights up the trench and buys them some brief time to recover. Inside Winterfell's walls, Brienne, Jaime, Arya and others try to keep the invaders at bay, with Lyanna Mormont trading fatal blows with an undead giant. With Jon and Dany taking on the Night King from above, the White Walkers' leader eventually falls from his dragon, but Dany's efforts to burn him to a crisp prove to be useless.
Dracarys.
A little singed, he heads for Godswood, raising the dead, including the Stark corpses below the crypts, to keep Jon from pursuing. Meanwhile, Arya finds herself in the stealth section, trapped in the Winterfell library, but after some quick feet and a dagger to the throat of one of the undead, she's rescued by the Hound and Beric, resulting in a noble sacrifice from the latter, as Melisandre reveals,
"The Lord brought him back for a purpose. Now that purpose has been served."
Dany then falls off her dragon, but is rescued by Jorah at the last minute, which, yep, you guessed it, doesn't end well for him. The Night King arrives in the Godswood and Theon takes his final stand. Leaving the Three-Eyed Raven defenceless. But, surprise, just before he can plunge his sword into the youngest surviving Stark, Arya leaps onto the Night King's back and thrusts a dragon glass dagger into his belly, turning him and all his followers into ash. With the Battle of Winterfell now over, Melisandre walks out into the snow, removing her necklace to reveal her true self and succumbing to a quiet demise. The Lord of Light, it seems, is finally done with the Red Woman.